important to me as a mom to two adult children with special needs, still living at home. I don't need any more stress in my life. I want to succeed, but not at the expense of my personal health and wellness. If this is important to you as well, if you want to create a successful business with less stress, let me know. Show me some love, drop me a heart, and let me know who's here. Put your name in the comments so that I can see who's here. Hashtag replay if you're watching the replay, and let's get right into it. So the first secret is that in order to create the business that you want, you must focus on that future vision of the successful business that you want to create instead of focusing on what you've done in the past. Some people are afraid to set the goal that they really want because they failed in the past and they don't want to disappoint themselves when they don't achieve it. And they want to be realistic and base their goals on what they've done in the past. But if you're always looking at your past to determine what you can do in your future, then actually you'll limit yourself to what you've done in the past. If we don't set the goal that we really want, then we're just failing ahead of time. So we must focus on the vision of your most amazing business and how you can make that become a reality. And this is actually how I help my clients with my goal setting strategy. So we focus on the vision of the goal that they want to create, and then also the vision of having achieved the goal. Then, week after week, through the mindset coaching, I help my clients break through their limiting beliefs and mindset blocks and obstacles until they've actually become the person who has achieved the goal. And recognizing our obstacles is so important because when we figure out how to overcome each obstacle, the obstacles actually become the rungs on the ladder to our success. And yes, some of the obstacles will be strategies and skills that we need to learn. And as a business coach, I do have strategies as well that I teach. So I have an amazing lead generation strategy where you can have as many connections as you want. But if you don't have the mindset, then you don't actually do the strategy. So I worked with someone who had an annual goal, and originally she didn't think that she could accomplish it. So I coached her on her mindset and built up that belief in herself. And she reached her goal in a matter of months instead of the year. So the biggest determinant of success is the belief that you can do it. And this is what I learned from Brooke Castillo, founder of the Life Coach School, when I was certified as a mindset coach. It's so important not to look back on your past and beat up on yourself, right? This is not the way to motivate yourself. And, if we're feeling negative in any way, that will stop us from creating the results that we want because the way that the mindset model works is that our thoughts create our feelings motivate our actions, and our actions give us our results. So whenever we're feeling negative, we don't take as much productive action, right? And for example, if you're feeling disappointed by what you've accomplished in the past, then you won't even be motivated to set the goal that you actually want. And then the result will be that there's no way that you can achieve that goal, right? You want to focus on the positive. And this is actually what my coaching is all about. I empower my clients to focus on the positive and their core values and strengths to empower them to take action towards their goals. And we need to focus on what we want, right? In order to achieve what we want. So my second tip is to focus on what's working in your business and create an action plan that you believe will work. When it comes to our businesses, worrying will not get us to where we want to be because worrying creates stress, right? And we won't take as much action, right? As Tony Robbins says, where focus goes, energy flows. So we want to be focused on what's working, right? Instead of worrying that it's not working. Personally, I've noticed that in the past, whenever I've had the thought it's not working, that's when I get distracted by shiny object syndrome. And that's when I lose focus on my current action plan. I think it's so easy to get distracted by shiny object syndrome in this current information age. Can any of you relate? So let me know in the comments if you get distracted by all the shiny objects. But I realized that I needed to prioritize creating my own value and sharing my own value over consuming other people's value. And this is actually what will create a successful business because the value that we put out into the world will be returned to us in monetary form. And this is what I learned when I was certified as a mindset coach and from the book Think and Grow Rich. So when you coach with me, we'll develop a focused action plan with those income producing activities that you will focus on every day. Without a focused action plan, it's easy to get distracted by all the shiny objects. But when you're focused on your plan, your monthly plan, and your daily activities to support your goals, and you're confident that your plan will work, and you have the mindset to stick with it, then you're much more productive and you get more done in less time. And you'll have that drive and motivation to follow through on your plan because you believe that your plan is working. So this brings me to my third secret, which is to establish business hours and set firm boundaries around your work schedule. And this is a challenge for a lot of us working at home, right? So have you ever noticed that when you have an appointment, you are ready, right? No matter what, even if it means leaving dirty dishes in the sink, you figure out what time you're going to be there and you commit to being ready and being there on time. So I encourage you to have the same mindset when it comes to working hours. Schedule your working hours and commit to them. So I had to get help with this from my own coach, with setting boundaries because I had the thought I'm not in control of my schedule. And my coach's reply to this was, well, of course you're in control of your schedule. If you're not in control of your schedule, then who is? So after really thinking about this, I realized that she was right. I was the only one in control of my schedule, and it wasn't helping me to believe that other people were in control of my schedule. So after making this mental shift, I used my scheduling tool to block out an hour for lunch and put more limits on the times when people could schedule appointments. So now I've taken back control of my schedule by focusing on the thought, I'm the boss of my own schedule. So a practical strategy that you can use to take control of your own schedule is to use a Calendly link, like Calendly. That's what I use. So set limits on when people can talk to you, right? Choose to ignore instant messages and work text when you're enjoying family and personal time. It's so important to set boundaries, and I would love to help you do that. So setting boundaries around work time is definitely something that I help my clients do because it does require mindset. Yes, there are lots of tools available to help set boundaries, but the most important tool is your mindset because distractions will come up. Life will happen, But if you know how to manage your mind, you can focus on your action plan, right? And you can break through all of those limiting beliefs and mindset blocks that are getting in your way. It is possible to create a successful business without the stress when we focus on the vision of what we want to create and believe that it's possible and believe it ourselves and that we can do it. We actually put undue stress on ourselves when we worry that we're not where we want to be and when we worry that it's not working, right? When we focus our time and energy on what is working and on our action plan with the belief that it will work, then we're motivated to take that massive action towards creating the successful business that we want. And by setting boundaries around work time and managing your mind, you can actually get your work done in the time that you have designated for your business, right? And then you have time to relax and enjoy your life. So, this is really possible, and I would love to help you do this. Connect with me in a complimentary strategy call, and we will identify any bottlenecks in your business, any obstacles that are currently holding you back. And I would love to help you break through those obstacles so that you can achieve your ambitious business goals. And I look forward to helping you create a successful business without the stress.